You know what? I thought I was able to let it go. I thought the memorial service that I held for the old Supra a while back would bring some sort of closure. Well, it didn't. I was heading out down to Outback to you know, get some steak and broccoli the other day, and that's when I saw it. It passed by with such a presence and grace. A mint black Supra, probably a 95 to 98. Two-piece shiny silver wheels and a massive yet fitting wing on the rear. I listened while it accelerated off a red light, and the turbos were sounding like mini jet engines. I could see the driver was also on the correct side of the car. I thought it couldn't get any better, and that's when I heard it. The manual shift between the first and second gear. I wanted to be his friend. I wanted to jump back in my car, chase him down, and shake the man's hand. But then it dawned on me. The new Supra popped into my head and my mood instantly changed. I realized I had to do something, anything to just vent my frustration with this new design. So I dusted off my old Wacom, whatever, and fired up Photoshop. The Mark IV looks beefy and beastly, but then the Mark V that came out just recently looks like a timid little mouse. It's unacceptable. So what I did here, pretty much removed the all the fake vents. I don't like fake vents, and that side vent, or fake side vent that's on the door, just looks like something that the designers messed up in Alias, and they didn't get the surfacing right, and they kind of just went with that into production. Is it supposed to be a vent, or is it just a crease of some sort? I don't know what it is, but it looks horrible, and it needs to go. So I removed that. I lowered the bubble roof because it feels too cartoonish. The whole car feels like a cartoonish, like a cartoon car. It's not a Supra. So I lowered the roof, the bubble roof that's on top of it. I filled out the wheelhouses, which is a very important thing to do on a car like this. You can't have Alfa Romeo wheels, where the wheels are too tiny for the wheelhouses themselves. So we filled that out. And the most important thing, and which kind of has me a little bit sad, but at the same time, it kind of brings me closure, is the fact that you can't fix the new Supra because the proportions, the fundamental proportions of the car is just wrong. It's not a a Supra platform. I mean, it's built on the Z4 platform, so it looks more like a BRZ or a Miata Coupe or something like that. So what I did, just to figure this out myself, I just extended the wheelbase and I moved the front. I extended the hood, which means I moved the whole front axle forward, and all of a sudden we have the old Supra proportions back. So I guess it's a good thing that Photoshop exists, because it gives me some kind of what's it called, satisfaction to see what they could have done, moving on from the concept to the production. And I know the FT1 was not supposed to be a Supra, it's not called a Supra concept, blah blah blah, but hey, just look at what they did. They took the concept and pretty much ruined it. It was the Supra concept, even though it wasn't called the Supra concept. That's still what they were teasing. It's pretty obvious. Now I just want to show you what the big issue is with the new Supra and why everybody has such a hard time with this design compared to the old one. So here we have the Mark IV Supra, and I'm gonna overlay the new one on top of this and have a look at the wheelbase and what happens between this axle and the distance between these two if we overlay the new one. So you can see that the axle is all lined up. It's all lined up with the rear axle. The only problem here is, let me paint it in here. So here we have the rear axle right there. The problem is that the new Supra is so much shorter than the old one. You can see that the axle stops here instead of over here, which was the Mk4 Supra. So we have this distance here is missing from the new Supra, and that's why it looks so small. That's why it looks like a Miata, and the whole package is just off. So I'm gonna show you, just put it right on top of each other so you can see that as well. There we go. So if I do the same thing here, I'm just gonna put out the wheelbases and stuff like that so you have an idea of what I'm talking about. The rear wheels are all lined up here. You can see that it goes through the center of the wheel, and then you have the front, and it just misses the center point. And this little distance here, it makes a huge difference when it comes to proportions. So yeah, that's about it. And this is my Supra transformation. I hope you like it. Let me know what you think. Do you hate it? Is there something you would do differently? And also another thing that you can't see is that this Supra only comes with an automatic transmission, which is, I have no idea what they were thinking. But I guess there's gonna be a lot of transmission swaps to manual for this car. I don't know. It's just pretty sad that they decided to go in this direction with the Supra. And that's about it. Let me know. Leave a comment below. What do you think about this redesign of the Supra? Do you like it? Do you hate it? If you like it, leave a thumbs up. If you hate it, you know what to do. Just leave a thumbs down. That's about it. I'm the Sketch Monkey, and if you want me, if you have any suggestions on cars that you think need to be redesigned, let me know, and I might do something about that. If only if I agree with you. All right, take it easy, guys. I'll see you next time.